Yo, Premier Battles, we are at Apex 2 at an undisclosed location in Manchester. As it has been an absolute mad year, we cannot throw this event, which we did with a sellout crowd. We've had to bring it back to the pits and do it on the live stream. Shout to everyone that has caught that. On the right hand side, making his return to Battle Rap and Premier Battles. Let them know who you are, bro.
Ninth level of the fucking world, I Kid Disciple, dude, go.
Make some noise for And on the left hand side, from Manchester, you've seen him before. Let them know who you are, brother.
Yo, it's Deviant, deadly from the jump. Let's go.
As always with Premier Battles, it's a 3-round battle. Deviant won the flip, decided Ikid starting round 1, so it's round 1 on Ikid. Let's go.
You did your whole last battle on Black Lives Matter. This ain't a diss. I commend you, bro. See, as a black man, I know you used that battle on a white guy to make him consciously guilty and take the win, but I get you, bro. The world is coming down on us black men. Feds is killing niggas on the street. And in my hood, where still black kills black, what does Black Lives Matter really mean? You did your whole last battle on BLM. Boy, what did you achieve? Cause on this stage, it's still black versus black. And another nigga gotta bleed. And it will never be a G. Man, I've been penning this for weeks. A 6-year-old on caffeine. They'll never put this kid to sleep, I'm up. Dogfighting like Hong Kong foodie. London touring bus, meaning we lose the roofing. Take everyone in your squad. That means every chin getting beat like a Hong Kong movie. I'm a man first. I'm a man first. But if my hands hurt, I grab the toolie. Shit, the kid keeps something dirty under the waist. And you on nappy duty. See, that's real rap. No cap. I done been around real straps. At 15, got my match from shh. Cause real niggas can't reveal that. You ain't G. It's bait as facts. You the type we make hold the food and take the rap. A send out. I send you to the shop for sweets and Riz that make you pay for that. You had to be G where I'm from. You couldn't make the act. R.I.P. Damien Taylor. He had a shook going to school, we wouldn't make it back, so we kept it strapped. Not cause we G's or we thugs, cause it's your life against mine. And my mother ain't losing her son. Hey. And my father ain't losing his boy. And my daughter ain't losing her dad. I took a knife for 2 of my homies. Imagine what I do for my fam. Man, I start going crazy, but then I start missing dudes when I shoot. So I really have to chill to kill. And Jazz put me in the mood. Finish dudes, cause I don't suit ties, no interviews. I want bigger fish, and you a small worm, like fishing food. Primary school talent show, they just came to see what the kid could do. Cause my opponent got no bodies, like an empty room. Time.
London veteran battle rapper Ikid. Appearances on Don't Flop and battles against Uno Lavos and fuck all that shit, I'm about to smoke you. Turned up with my name big letters all over the jersey. Now watch me choke you. Yeah, you got more experience in this shit. But it's still some ropes I can show you. Suspended 7 foot in the air, legs kicking, losing oxygen, how you call it. Cold blue, no deadly from the jump. No deadly from the jump. Tonight, I kick the stool out from under you so you die a little faster, but let me guess, you're gonna use cheap, shitty angles, put in minimal effort, choke all the time and still expect an easy win. I expected nothing less from you slimy little bastard, but let's look at the facts. To these fans, you're more known for bringing edibles to events or unanimous relationship drama, or when you lost badly against Major. After talking like you had them hands to outpunch him on the stage, he hit harder, he bodied you with them father flips. You thought you would have daddy till the results from that test shown that he sunned you, but that's just you getting what you deserved. Because the way you went about that Loxy battle to get there, that was a real cunt move. If you're not creative enough to battle a woman properly, next time just say that, but nah. You watched every misogynistic battle that you've seen to turn around and turn up with the same crap. I can't rate that. Because if white guys kept turning up with 3 rounds about how fucking dark you are, well shit, I bet you'd hate that. Speaking of hate, you remember that tragic slogan you used to have? Remember? I have never heard a worse intro to rounds. How did it go, you clown? I came to talk my shit. Flush, that's the sound of shit going down. What the fuck? Am I missing something there? Or is that just blatantly shit? Ain't it funny how your rap career went down the pan after you taking the piss, you little skid mark? This is your fault. This is your fault, thinking you could open your rounds with toilet humour. You're just some old head labouring under a delusion you can kick it with this new class. Well, I'm here to spoil that boomer, but hold up. Are you legit from Ghana? Because I ain't about to ask about your tribe's colours, but you really remind me of one of them Ghanaian funeral dancers. So you're gonna have to put a call into your 5 brothers, tell them that they're gonna have to go do the next job, one man short. Doing that dancing walk while they're carrying your coffin and killing you, so there's a purpose to them. Now they know. They throw some dusty nigger like you in my path, I will knock the chalk off him. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I will Nate Robinson this clown. He laid out like a corpse after being hit so hard it made his plaits unravel. Now Apex really feels like a game. You get slumped in a venue, wake up outside. You have unlocked fast travel. Next punch you wake up back in London. You have unlocked faster travel. And some people said I weren't direct enough first, Carney. I had points to make. But now I went straight at the kid. I didn't try and cut or swerve around him. And I bet if I do go off topic in the next 2 rounds, no one says a fucking word about it. Be better.
I said a 45 and a 22. The kid bring metals together like beating cymbals. African London boy, love to slice. So either way you'll meet a Kimbo. Big Oss Rambo, barbershop. Boy, I'm giving you a mean fade. You talk gangster till you in front of a gangster and have to back what you mean, mate. All I'm saying is, if I roll a blade out, you would speed skate. Back to his bitch crying with that Michael Jordan mean face. These days, I feel I need to be back on my mean face. Belly and gloves. So the prints on the kid hidden like the Epstein case. Assaulted guns. And you gon' get every bitch like a speed date. Freeways, razor blade or taser's face. I ain't giving him no leeway. Empty the clip on dude, then pull out a chair for his bitch like a dream date. You a man, bro? You a man, bro? Well, stand up. Put your hands up. They ain't come to see Jazz Spun on deck. That's a visit to grandma. They came to see how kid black, like the kids of Madonna. I'm different, my brother. Look into my eyes. See the way I stand. You see it and it's true. I keep the arms and body for this work. I'm such a masseuse. I'm a man first, but when the hands hurt, I'm cutting them through. I leave him on the chair board like there's nothing to do, man. I came up in a fucking car with Briggz and K. Like, yo, bro, we really have to get this kill. Cause I done traveled far for this body. Like a chick with a BBL. See me, fell? See me, fell? Imagine what Bracy would say if I came home with a lose. A barbarian losing a deviant. Them niggas will kick me out of the crew. Man, I get blocked by Snoop. Briggsy, I get blocked by Snoop. My girl would probably leave me too. If I call up Briggsy for a next battle, would be like, who the fuck are you? Cause this is netball, bro. It's a mismatch. Time.
In our wiretap face-off, I said I was gonna take the legs out from under you. And this way you learn an unforgettable lesson. Let me get to teaching. You content with writing content with no substance. 50% might be decent material, but it'll always be overshadowed when the rest is reaching. Don't get twisted. I used to be like you, just writing for the opponent. It took me a while to realize I should be doing more than just rapping, but you just unlucky that no one's been bright enough to tell you this till now. But I am the light. And if you have to shield your eyes because you can't bear to look, then I know some capping, but... Or what, you a non-believer? Well, I got stuff to trump that. What, you think I'm going religious and political? Nah, I'm gonna keep it rap. If we're doing cancel culture, can we start cancelling these fake battlers? I'm tired of hearing gun bars from sheltered goons. You can tell I've never seen a strap talking about your arms broke, I can fix them a handgun. Fake shit. Don't see me in extending wrist, you get a cold shoulder, because them same man will turn into a snivel and snot bubbling wreck after 5 minutes in the boot of an old Skoda. But glamorising a life of crime, drugs and violence isn't fun. Especially when the actual life that you really live in isn't one. And this is why I'm calling out these fake battlers. Because 95% of gun bar rappers ain't never been in the same room with a gun. And if you think that applies to you, it probably does. Probably does. We're debating with yourselves. I ain't got time for the bitching. It's not just guns either. I'm sick of hearing blade bars from clowns who only ever held a knife in the kitchen. Sick of drug bars from motherfuckers allergic to aspirin and straight laces the loafers they wear. Sick of known choke artists repeatedly stumbling through rounds as if nobody cares. Sick of these old battlers seeing a scene popping again, now thinking they can come back round for clout when I was right here in the middle of the resurgence of UK battle rap when everyone thought it was down and out, but we didn't let it die that easy. Before Don't Flop recovered and PB built themselves up to where they are now, Dub Scandal, King of the Ronalds, Gift of the Gab, Cold Red. All bases were covered, it was masterful. You could scout further. RCI, Prime Cut, Iron Bars, Rap is Full. What did you do between your last Don't Flop battle, July 2017, and applying for the academy, huh? You battled on one league? What, no one had plates for you? You mean Danny Jack came up north, filled half his next day line card, came back down to London where he went, and didn't have the space for you? Shameful, dude. But that's just me wasting time talking about what you ain't doing. There's still shit left that I came to do. Like, let me pull you up on what you said about the academy. How the prospects of getting on the All-Stars card just wasn't as big for you. So what, you entered the tournament anyway, because you heard there was a cash prize. And then there's the most experienced battle awaited to go out against the newest guy possible. How big of you? For me, Loxy, Frost, D-Mac, everyone else who was brand new at the time, that's a slap in the face. Because for us, winning the academy would have actually done something. Rolls our names out there. Rolls our name, but got our profile out there. But you couldn't be asked. That's just a waste. If I was Briggz, not a chance on this earth I would have allowed you to come back and rap on my stage. But it's cool. I get it. I am here to put you back in your place. And you didn't know it at the time. But picking the name you did wasn't clever as a plan. Because naming yourself Kid means we'll always see you as a kid and never as a man. Time.
He did that whole last round on Premier Battles, the Academy tournament. He was in the same tournament as me. He's just mad because he didn't make it to the same place that I did. I didn't even fuck around, fuck it anyway. I said, you really, really do try to be killing G's. I mean, on paper against your last opponents, you might just win lyrically, the aggression is there. And you tower over dudes physically, but your wish don't come. What you lack is a good delivery. See, all these battles that you've had, and all these bars you've been scripted, made you just like a snitch. All talking, lacking real conviction. I said, Briggzy, I'm coming back from Africa. Give me something. Then he gave me you as my warm-up battle, and me as your biggest one, Lil Punk. You really must be stupid. The only time jazz going up, elevator music. Soon as they booked this battle, they knew your career was ruined. Well, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Well, guess what this bitch is doing? Delusional. Thinking I won't come here and kill you in the spot. See, that's the difference between you and I kidding you, no, I'm about mine. I catch him while he's sleeping in the dead night. Corona got it like Amsterdam. I had to get the pussy through the window with the red light. Snatch watch. Hey. What? I said, I'm about mine. I'll catch him while he's sleeping in the dead night. Corona got it like Amsterdam. I have to get the pussy through the window with the red light. Snatch watch, tech time, cause there will never be a next time. Handbrake up, I'm parking on a hill, cause this is something I won't let slide. Silencer on. That's the rustle of the grapevine. If you don't hear, you will feel. That's a motherfucking baseline, man. You think, bro, you think you gonna level up when you ain't getting up in the game, father? When Briggzy named your name, that's the name in which he claimed martyr. You are nothing to who I battled and who I slay on the stage after. That's why Kid has no respect for you like estranged fathers. I've been rapping my whole fucking life. I've been rapping my whole fucking life. You really thought this would be a fair fight, man? You could not compare to me. Not even on a rare night. I've been on nearly every league, BT, TV, bare times. That's why you versus me, Forrest Whitaker face. They can't compare. Bro, I've seen you battle. Like against Caps. Yeah, it really got wild. You took the heart of the opponent, but they never seemed to die. Like a Rothschild, you. But you tried though. Until you picked me to slide on. But for all these punches, I always get a good body. This is time, bro. Time.
Hey. Man, what a year. 2020 was the one that fooled everyone. Changed life forever. Now some people don't even go out without hesitation, but who can blame them? Who can blame them? When this decade started with Australia burning and the years ending in the most uncertain times seen by this generation, the whole damn world shut down in March. When 2 months before that, the only mention of Corona was in a load of jokes. Then we started seeing bodies in the street covered, hazmat suits getting about. There was warnings not to get too close to folks. Then it was selling masks and sanitizers at double the price. Because you can always bank on people panic buying. These salespeople know the ropes. My point is, what's going to happen when we reach 2030? Do we refer to this year as a major coronavirus pandemic or the great COVID hoax? See, I've never trusted the government from the start. Might have had some entanglements, but never been under no illusions. And finally, people are starting to see it too. The way Boris has bungled this whole thing, lockdown restrictions that are so confusing. So I turned up today to get this message off my chest for the people. But why are you here? You know what I mean? Who was in your mind as you made your way here? 'Cause I'm not here for me, for you, or Briggsy. I'm here for everyone who laid plans 12 months ago, convinced we were heading into a great year. For everyone whose mental health was not doing too great before things went left. I know, you took a beating. Trust me, I feel it, but you need to know this is not the end. You can make it through. And I'll be on the other side to tell you I'm proud and show you love if it's needed. I am here for everyone. For people who had to cancel or rearrange a holiday after saving up the money for months, I can't even imagine that feeling. Or people who got laid off out of nowhere. Some people left work not knowing that they just had their last meeting. But most importantly, I'm here for everyone who isn't. And for everyone who lost someone during the pandemic, especially if it was COVID. Because I can see the hurt, and I know some people don't believe it. Corona is what the government says it is. I fully get that. I understand that that fact makes it even worse. So I am here for everyone. If you had to cancel your birthday plans, unable to attend or even have the wedding, or God forbid someone died and you missed the funeral, I'm here for you. And I lied a little bit. I'm here for people like Briggs, who needed people like me to keep the ball rolling, and for people like you who had a kid in the scariest times possible. Man, that shit is beautiful. For me, I can't front. The thought of bringing new life into 2020, absolutely terrifying. And I know, you might not have planned it like that, but you got a baby girl to keep safe now. You raise her to be independent, go get it herself, make sure she knows that everything in life can be handed by dad, and when she's older, make sure she knows how lucky you both are to make it. Because the way things are going, 2020 could have took anyone, so I sacrificed this whole round to leave a lasting permanent memorandum of what happened. Thank you, good night. This one's for everyone.
Yo, Danny Jack here to judge from Apex, iKid versus Deviant. It's a good battle, man. It's a good battle. So I had it going into round one. I had it iKid 1-0. I'll explain why. So I felt like iKid had more punches, whereas like both of them, like again, like I said before, like they rap well. But I feel like iKid, he had a stumble at the beginning, but he sort of brought it back with the whole BLM stuff, with the cool opener as well with this. N-Bomb's Gotta Bleed, London touring bus, roofing bar, that was cool, nappy duty, all that stuff was sick. Yeah, so yeah, big up iKid. Deviant, what I liked from Deviant was a name all over the jersey, so I have to choke you. I like that, you know. I didn't catch it straight away, but I like that. The bar about about hanging, that was cool down the pan. But I think like point wise, I think like iKid had that first. So 1-0 iKid. Second round. Again, I had iKid winning, so that's 2-0 iKid. Bringing metal together like beating cymbals, very good bar. The Michael Jackson mean face, all that funny stuff. Like I felt like the first maybe like 8 bars were a bit like light for iKid, but it was cool. Then he said like every bitch like a speed date. Then the Epstein case bar was cold. Jazz spun on deck like visit to grandma, very good bar. Training ball that has nothing to do. Yeah, he had a lot of great punches. And then Deviant had a heavy choke at the beginning, so that's always gonna like drop points. I like Deviant as well. Like I've seen him grow from like the beginning and stuff, and I see him struggle with like sort of I don't know if it's nerves or something, but I see him trying, but I think he got better of him this time. The Danny Jack bar, bro, was rude, but it was funny. It's also true because I did book you. I went all the way up north, mate. Big up Bartleypool. Yeah, so but I got that iKid 2-0, so I mean iKid's won. But I'll explain the third round. So because iKid's third round was so good. The Wish.com delivery bar was sick. Snitch, all talk but no conviction was a nice bar. But I had a bar of the battle in this round, and it was the I gotta get this pussy for the window with a red light. That is cold. Big up you, iKid. That is very sick. Won't hear, will feel, baseline bar, sick. The kid got no respect for you like a strange father's, another great bar. And the Forrest Whitaker face, they can't compare I. So you had like maybe like 4 or 5 back-to-back hitters that was sick. So yeah, very good round. So Deviant, I liked your round, but I can see what you're trying to do. I rate it a lot. I really like your message. It's like the sort of B-dot sort of style, and I really like your message, but I feel like you threw the round away. So I had it iKid 3-0. But big up both of you, man. You guys were good. So yeah, big up, man. But yeah, I feel like Deviant. Try to see with the B-dot. I know you want to do the B-dot sort of style where you're like trying to talk like conscious message, but you need to try and incorporate that. That's my only advice or feedback to you lot. So yeah, but anyway, big up Premier Battles, big up Apex. Come on.
London Jen here for Premier Battles, Apex 2, Deviant versus iKid. iKid, slow, choppy start to the first round. He talked about Deviant using the last battle for BLM. He flipped the whole BLM angle, told Deviant it's black on black up on here on this stage. Now you're going to bleed. It was a short round, I think. It seemed short. It wasn't clean. It was a choppy round. Deviant's first round early on, he calls him for sort of choking, tells him, you're not known for your material, you're known for bringing edibles to battles, and the beef about Yunan's girl. I didn't rate, towards the end he's got this Ghanaian funeral dancers thing, Nate Robinson, unlock fast travel. I didn't like any of that stuff. I don't think the delivery was great either. He kind of sounded like he was reciting, but it was clean and it was direct, so I gave him that first. iKid's second. Slow start. He had this really aggressive material, but he was really slow with it, as though he was unsure and didn't want to mess up, so he was taking it really slowly. He did warm up though. He had this travel for this body like a chick with a BBL. He had this nice back-to-back punching section, which was cool. Deviant chokes in the beginning, ironic because you've just called out iKid for choking. Again, more irony. He says, I realised I should be doing more than just rapping, but his performance and delivery weren't that great, so it just sort of didn't sound that great. He had an angle in there, sort of calling iKid a fake gun bar battler, should be cancelled, but it seemed like it's a tired angle. It's overused, so if you're not going to come original, I don't think it's one you should do, because it's been done lots of times before. It sounded like he was trying to get through his material without forgetting it. I like that. He had that sick of this section at the end, and I just thought that could have been stronger. iKid starts the third with a bad rebuttal. He's got an ironic bar in there, the wish.com, you're lacking good delivery. Ironic, because you've lacked good delivery in this battle, some stumbles. This was his best round, definitely. He was punching back to back. I really liked the Forrest Whitaker, I can't compare that whole section. It was just sort of pow, 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 pow. Strong third. It was definitely his best round. Deviant begins a third. He stumbles, has to bring it back. He doesn't stumble, he chokes, doesn't he? Has to bring it right back. Suggests that COVID's a hoax. He then uses his whole round for sort of 2020. It's not at all direct, apart from to say that iKid had a kid in COVID. He says he's done this for everyone else, but to me, you lose that round. It's not towards your opponent. It's a battle. And I didn't think the material was that strong either. It sounded like a spoken word piece. It was more like spoken word to me, and it wasn't heavy punching. So I gave the battle to iKid. What was that? Second and third. Not a great, clean battle. Performance wasn't there, and preparation looked like it was lacking. So yeah.
Yo, what's going on? Bison Briggz, Premier Battles, Apex 2. Don't really judge battles, but one of the judges has let us down. It just took too long to send in their decision, so I had to jump in and do this one myself. Big up everyone that's watching the pay-per-view as well. Big up for all the battles on Apex 2. That being said, just watch Deviant versus iKid on a watch back as well, so I'm going to judge it off that like the other two judges have. In the room, it was a lot different in the room. It was quite awkward to watch because of the stumbles, a lot of choppy bits on both of them. iKid cut his round short in the first round, and obviously Deviant in 2 rounds had quite a bit of a choppy, stumbly performance throughout. So in the room, it just didn't have that sort of energy, whereas on watch back, it does actually come across a bit better. I have seen both of these battlers be better, if I'm being honest. Good to see iKid back though, first time back on Premier Battle since the Academy 18 series. I think his last battle was Major Concerns, maybe. Obviously, Deviant picked up a win against Carney not too long ago. But coming into this battle, you could definitely tell iKid was rusty. You could tell he's been out of the pit for a while. But I do think he took pretty much every round quite comfortably. Even though he had the stumble in the first, I still thought his material was actually hitting better than Deviant's. You know, he had a couple of the standout bars that I can remember from like the red light through the window, the Forrest Whitaker bar, and the third. There was just a lot more punchlines from iKid that were memorable. Deviant did all right. I don't think it's his best showing. I think he's definitely better than this. His Carney battle was a lot better performance-wise than this, just a lot more polished and clean. And the third round from Deviant, I understand what he's trying to do. But at the same time, it's a spoken word piece in a battle, especially for the sort of stuff and content I'm looking for on Premier Battles. I understand what people are trying to do when they do these angles, but you throw away the round, that's pretty much exactly what it is. You throw away the round. I prefer you to record a piece of writing like that, send it over to us, and we'll put it on the platform as a spoken word piece if that's how sort of people want to deliver rounds in the future. But for battle rap, you know, it wasn't direct to iKid. It literally mentioned nothing about him bar having a child, which was more like a compliment than a battle. But yeah, I think it was quite a clear 3-0 for iKid. Looking forward to seeing them back as well. Ciao, so that's everyone that's locked in. Let's get going.